Tonight on DFI Magic Themes, we're going to show you how to create unlimited images for your website, all for $20 a month. Well, a very good evening to you. Hope you're all good and well. Hope everything's going well. Had a good week. First in the room tonight was Laurie, followed by Barry, followed by Richard, followed by Bob, followed by Michael, and I know others will join as we get going. All this and lots more on Live for You by DFI Magic Themes.
Hi, and welcome. Happy Friday. Oh, I beat you to it this time. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, I'm the quiet guy. But you know what? Every once in a while, I get to rant. And I get to go off. And I get to tell you about things that are exciting to me. When you go and do a boot camp, and you listen to the boot camp over again after you spent 8 to 10 hours on that boot camp, to go through all the recordings, another 8 hours of listening, and actually get to see the people in the boot camp, their reactions and what they're thinking, kind of, in their expressions in their face. And then you hear from people that have been in sales their entire life so far. I mean, many years of experience, and they're so deep down in the trenches that you forget the knowledge base that exists right here in our community. And you forget the opportunity of what we're doing here. Why do we do this? Why do we come every Friday? We don't come here to play with puppets, right? We come here to help everybody proceed forward with what they're doing. And Stephen is like the entertainment guy of the world here. He just can entertain with no reason. And I'm the laid back, slow moving sloth, if you will, that it doesn't matter, but I'm listening. I'm always listening. I'm always learning. And why do I say all this stuff? Because the realization of the things that came out of some of the conversations in the boot camp. We're in a digital world now, and we're trying to sell digital products. And the real art of sales, and I'm going to go all the way back to when I graduated college. And that's not 1 year, not 2 years, it's a few. I got out with no experience in my field. And I could have made more money working for McDonald's than I could have in computer electronics that I went to school for. It just was the wrong timing, right? Seems to be the story of my life. Anyway, the thing that happened, right, is I wanted to get into computer electronics. My goal, my vision was to fix electronics on yachts. It was just, that's where I was going. But there were no jobs for me, and I had no experience. So I applied for a job in computer sales. They were selling small business computer systems with programs, right, to their people that they were soliciting it to. So it was a $4,000 package for basically a $2,000 computer is what they were selling. Now, I don't know that much about it, so I don't know. I wasn't really big in sales, but I learned real quick. I went down, I applied. I'm one of many, many applicants. And the sales manager says to me, I'll call you over the weekend and let you know. Well, what am I going to do? I'm a young guy. My wife's pregnant. We got a baby on the way, and I don't have a job. So I'm going to sit by that damn phone until I have a job, right? So he doesn't call all weekend. What do? I make a choice. If he didn't call me, that means he didn't tell me I didn't have the job, and he didn't tell me that I had a job. So screw it. I put on my suit. I drove there Monday morning like I had the job. So I get there, and the sales manager looking at me like, what the hell are you doing here? You know, like I didn't call you, right? But behind him was the owner listening to the whole conversation, and probably many years of experience in sales at that point, the age that he was at. And he's listening to this conversation of this young guy saying, well, you didn't call me to tell me I did have the job, so I assumed I had it. And he came around the corner, he said, Hiram. And I was flabbergasted, you know. And he said, Hiram, because that's the attitude you got to take in sales. You don't say no, you come in and you keep coming. You don't have to be aggressive about it, but you have to take that. If it's not a no, then it's a yes. So they hire me, right? I don't know diddly squat about what I'm doing out there. They're feeding me leads. I'm going to talk to people. What is the point of all this crap I'm talking about? The point of it is we're in a digital world. The point of it is it's the know, like, and trust factor that sells. When salesmen go to sell anything, it's not the product. It's the salesman in front of the product that sells the product. It's their personality. It's what they say. It's the connection they make with the person they're speaking to. The know, like, and trust is so big. It's the most important thing there is, right? Once you've reached that little bit of trust, that little bit of this guy's okay, you know, this girl's okay, they will buy anything from you. They're buying you. They're not buying what you're selling. And damn it, it's so hard to get people to understand that. And it's harder to do it digitally because we can't show our personalities until we get them on a discovery call. We can't show them who we are and what we know and what we do and how we're going to help them. All we can do is come back and go, here's my website, you know, and they're going to read the website. And if the website doesn't bring them in that 2 seconds they're looking at, they're gone. We don't have a chance to pull them back, right? So I get damn excited about hearing from people and watching people say they've been in sales all their life and they learn shit from us over that boot camp that they never thought of doing in their business. Stephen and I work pretty damn hard coming up with the things we think you guys need. And coming forward, I keep saying it over and over again over the last 2 years, the damn easy button, right? The easy button is going to become the easy program. And the program is going to have every goddamn thing you need to start from scratch and build your rank and rent business. It's already there, but it's all coming together to that point, right? That I'm so excited and so passionate about it for all of you. However, the people that can't take action, the people that can't get started, the people that I don't know what they do. it's not support tickets. It's not from lack of the support, but it's moving forward, guys. And every once in a while, I'm going to come out and I'm going to rant. I'm going to sound like a lunatic. I don't care anymore. It's take action. It's move your butt and do the things you got to do to move forward. It's really not that hard. Steven, take it from here because I'm getting a little bit choked up.
It's good. It's all that coffee you've been drinking today. I told you to stay off of it, didn't I?
No, I'm very, very tired.
I have to say, Robert and the team have been working on new content for some new themes, and it takes a lot of management to get everything to where we want it to be. But moving forward, we've got some exciting developments coming up. Some I can't share anything yet because we are still testing a lot of things out to make sure that the systems in place are going to work for you even easier than what it already is. I mean, currently you take one of our themes, you install WP Vivid on WordPress, you do a restore, right? You change a couple of bits in the background and company name, date, name, address, and phone number and stuff like that, and your site's live, right? I put a few of our sites up over the last few weeks, and they rank by themselves. My agency site's a good example. I've gone and put that one up. Did hardly any SEO with it, and just to say, I have to take my hat to Robert and the team. They are setting up the themes going forward to have short codes in them so that they automatically do the SEO based on a keyword. This is how fast we're progressing with this because we want it to be even better than ever before. I've had amazing conversations this week. One of the interesting one was I want to share my screen on this from the boot camp. Just get the right screen up. So I went over to our Facebook page where we had reviews, and someone messaged me going, "Oh, they're all fake reviews like a lot of these products out there." Well, I'll tell you now, right? Pierre's not fake. Barry's in the group in the group right now. He's left a review, right? In fact, I think he put 2 comments there. It's probably very similar. Sarah's in the room. Sammy, Richard, Paul, Bradley, Laurie, Bob. Walter said he's interested. So the thing is these ones here, right, are genuine reviews. They're genuine people in the groups. You can reach out to them and say, "Are you a real person?" They'll go, "Yes." They would not put reviews up if this was not true. And off the back of it, we've had other people messaging us saying, "Oh, I missed the $27 deal. That's gone now." People who got in early and trusted us from day one, the front end's gone from $27 now to $37, and it will be increasing again. So, if there's someone that's sat on the fence and you want to get in on the Client Finder boot camp, then you definitely need to get an ASAP to get the best deal right now. It will increase, and when it does, those deals are gone, plain and simple. And we've had Paul Peters. I'm a real person, and the thing is we've had great feedback. Just to say, a lot of you on the call that are going to be on the Saturday call, the plugin the Client Finder plugin, our dev's still frantically trying to get it ready. I don't think it's going to be ready for Saturday. So what we decided to do on Saturday, and I'll send an email out in the morning, it's going to be, do we say 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Robert?
Well, 12 a.m.
12 a.m. Noon, yeah.
I won't be there at midnight. Sorry.
So,
that's your time frame.
Okay. So 12 Eastern Standard Time, we're gonna open up. We're going to send out a link to the Zoom room, and we're going to do a Q&A from the previous 2 weeks. So if there's questions you've got from the boot camp and you're already in week 3, you don't have to come along. We're just going to open up the room, and you can come along and ask questions and stuff like to do with the previous 2 weeks. And then as soon as the plugin's ready that we're having built, then we're going to do a full training program with this because it is so exciting what we're having built at the moment. And sometimes technologies take a little bit longer to build than we expected. We started this 3 months ago, and it's taken a bit longer with the dev integrating the extra features I've asked. he built a brilliant plugin in the first place, and I went, oh, and also want this. Now I want this, and so we've got all the features in there. It's just now waiting for him to complete on it. He reckons 7 days. I reckon 2 weeks, because I like to say longer than it really is. And everyone who's got on to week 3 of the boot camp's going to get this plugin. It's really going to be make your lives 10 times easier for finding clients and reaching out. So it's
no,
going to be
the whole thing. And I don't know if people hear it as a negative thing, but the approach for me about the no more excuses is not that I have 100 people giving me excuses every day of why they can't. The thing is, it's about us, Stephen and I, having the program together that makes it so you can't come up with an excuse not to do this. That it's just so dang simple, plug and play, if you will. And that's what I've always dreamt of, but I see it as a reality. And again, it's not about no work involved. I don't care what you do online. You have to learn. You're always going to progress. You know, we went from no AI to full AI in less than a year, it seems, although it started in the 1950s. But when it blew up, it blew up. And now it's
I'm
here.
too young to remember that, Robert.
No, but I just know the studies of when they first started creating AI back in the 50s. That's before my time, but they were in the big supercomputers where they had the moths flying around because of the light bulbs, and the moths became the bugs of the computer programs because they would blow out the bulbs. I don't know if you know that, Stephen, but that's why they call the thing a bug.
Yeah.
Right? Because it would hurt the program. But going forward, it's making it so the program is the answer. And I posted something in one of the groups the other day, and it wasn't about what the guy did. It was about what the guy put into action. He envisioned doing something, and he didn't know how to do it and where to start. So that's just like anybody else, right? They don't know how to build a website. They don't know how to do rank and rent. They don't know anything. So they're like, I think I want to do this, but I don't know how to do it. So what do? I got to reach out to somebody that knows this, that can help me, or that I can pay to help me get this going. And he built this rat rod Caterpillar front loader with a old car, and he morphed them together. So gigantic diesel engine on the front with a really old, I don't know what kind of car that was. They make a lot of rat rods out of those. He didn't know how to do it, but that's what he wanted, and that's what he built. So long story short, it's taking action, and it's doing it wrong, if you will. The Michael Sexton approach is do it wrong first and fix it later. He just takes action to do it.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters, right? And then but again, it's that taking that action, taking that step, following through, and I don't know what I am. I'm tired, but I'm passionate, but I don't want anybody to have any kind of doubt in their mind that they can't do this with us. That's what I want. I want that know, like, and trust to be so damn simple. If I could, I'd call it the TFI Magic ATM, right? But I can't, because it can't be an ATM. It takes work. You have to work at these things. And all that ranting and all that being said, that's what I envision. That's where we're heading for. So the Black Friday forward, the Defier deal is going to be the Defier deal on steroids. And we're just going to lay it all out and either take action, be on the plan with us, or do what you do. If you're happy just with one toe in the water, feeling the temperature, then that's where you stay. But if you're not, jump in and be on this plan with us. Because that's what we're doing in 2024.
I agree, Robert. And when we're going to do a Black Friday webinar, and it'll be announced in all the groups. We're going to do some free training within that, and then we're going to do a deal for anybody new coming in that we haven't done before, and it's going to be super exciting. But the main thing that I want to get on with tonight is the subject of our title, which is creating AI images. For those that don't know, there's been a nice big update in ChatGPT, and me and Rob have been having a lot of fun with this lately. So I'm going to share my screen. This is an image I made earlier, which was a DJ's image. So when you come into ChatGPT, you have to be on the Pro version, $20 a month. And up here now, they've moved it. You click down and you make sure you select ChatGPT 4 with DALL-E browsing and analytics. And what you do, you come into here and you'll type in what you want. So let's have a look at what else I'd created. I created a pet van for mobile grooming. That's meant to be a tree surgeon, but it looks like that they got the thing around the wrong way. It's about to cut their arm off. Well, what else should I show? A minute. Let's see what else. Which other ones? I'll tell you what, we'll do a new one. So if you can create all sorts of things, so we could have a whale as a HVAC engineer. So we let it go off. It'll work its magic. And I mean, I was using Discord up until this update. I've got rid of not Discord, Midjourney, on Discord. I've stopped using Midjourney now because this is just so much easier. I'm already paying them $20 a month, and it's going to be interesting to see where ChatGPT goes for this. So there's your whale engineer. So what he's doing out of water, I never know, but he's come to fix your HVAC.
Just, you know what, you be creative, but it doesn't have to be cartoons. It doesn't.
No.
You be as creative as you want. Put in there Italian male HV repairman.
Oh, good.
I mean, it's amazing how this thing puts stuff together that you wouldn't imagine.
Look, if I could spell Italian right and late night here. I can't spell that. What's Italian? No.
Italian, I believe.
It's been a long day. That's near enough. Italian what? HVAC.
HVAC repairman.
I'm going to put engineer. It'll correct you anyway, even if you got it wrong. This time my brain switches off, Robert. So I just relax and enjoy doing the live for yous. My thinking power's gone from all the editing we've done. So this will take a few minutes to go off and do. You can put the word real in front as well. If it creates a cartoon version, you just put the word real in front, or realistic.
I mean, this is still somewhat the way it's colored in a cartoonist way, but they get really in depth where they become real people. It's hard to tell the difference between an image and a picture of the same thing. But that just doing that second one right there, that's perfect for what we do. Now, I just happened to say the Italian thing because I noticed it was doing it on its own, and it would put on different ethnic genders, male, women. Then they would get into Black Americans. It would get into Spanish. It was going all over the place. I was like, wow, never thought it would think like that, but it does.
Let's see what it does this time. Real looking HVAC repairman. And every time you ask it to do something for you, it generates a different picture. I've never seen the same picture twice on here. You know.
Now, just because this was me, right? I'm out there with the camera all the time. I'm out there, the neighbors cutting down trees, and I'm out there taking pictures with my phone of them going through this process so that we can do a tree removal website. So I'm down there standing in the street when the tree's falling, right? Try to get pictures of people repairing some niche that you don't have pictures for. They're not that readily available. This is an opportunity. This makes it simple. And even though it's not a JPEG, it's not an actual picture, it tells the story.
There you go, man fixing a telly. So, and you can have you can have a laugh as well, because you can put like cat fixing a. See what it comes up with. I did a pigeon earlier, which was a bit of fun, you know, and it's great, $20 a month. And I mean, that's just for this part. Don't forget, you can generate content as well in here. You can say, please generate me content for XYZ, and it'll do it for you. So, you know, occasionally the network gets a bit busy. Just go off and make a coffee, come back, and then it comes back up fine.
That's the point, Stefan, is you can do this now unlimited with ChatGPT, but you got to have what is the $20 a month version? What do they call that? Pro,
yeah. The little cat doesn't know what it's doing, fixing the telly.
Ask it if it'll do icons.
In what style? Because
let's say colored icons for just stay in HVAC for. But instead of having them the standard everyday ones that are always on the websites, they come out with colored ones that are niche related. See if I bet you it'll do it.
It'll do whatever. Sometimes it'll get it wrong. Like it'll get text wrong, and you just say, please redo it and put the correct word in there, you know, and actually tell it what the word is. See what it creates this time. That's been a HVAC icon, apparently, Robert.
It looks like hot, cold, winter.
Looks like one of those puzzles that you start in the middle and work your way out. So this one would drive you mad, wouldn't it?
That's a pizza. Yep.
There's no way out of the maze. Look, I reckon we should create a maze with no exit. Some poor bloke drawing around it, getting frustrated.
It's all in how you ask, and you got to keep asking sometimes to get the right thing. But it does what you need it to do, and that's what is pretty cool. Because when you're stuck and you can't find that image that you're really looking for, you got to ask for it. And you know, somebody said, I forgot who said it. Let's ask for it to be realistic.
Yeah.
You know, ask it to be an actual picture, not a, or how do you say that? An image, not a picture.
Yeah.
But it's been pretty interesting, and it solves some problems for you right away. Because
I laughed. I'll show the wheelchair one I did earlier, Robert, in a bit, because that was quite good fun. But yeah, no, it's exciting where ChatGPT is going. So we've got a picture of a lady doing a bit of gardening. But the other one earlier I did a pigeon fixing a HVAC machine, elephant. I did a whale, and then this kind gentleman in a wheelchair, and it's very kind to put the HVAC machine halfway down the wall. So you know, it's something for everyone now, and I just think it's great that you can create almost any image that you can think of on the system. You know, it's like create a children's book and you want images for that. You can do that now. It's just, you know, and what I love about ChatGPT, if you don't know how to describe it, you can even ask it. You can say to it, can you give me a better description for an image about XYZ? And then it'll give you that first, and then say, please create me that image. And then off it goes. So so there's an idea for a book, Robert, that Percy the Pigeon HVAC engineer.
Yep.
So it's endless. And then of course on top of that, you can then say, please write the content for me. So this is the exciting future of ChatGPT and the features inside of it. And I just think it's a matter of time before things just get even better. So, when you're looking for your images, that's where you go when you're stuck. And it's great because we've had some niches where we've got really stuck and we've gone, like unless you go along with a particular, let's say HVAC as an example. If I didn't have any HVAC images, I'd have to go and find a friendly engineer who could either give me images, or I go around with him, or I hope I find some venues I can take some photos. Imagine going to a local restaurant and you're in the middle of eating your meal and you get your phone out. What you're doing? I'm taking a photo of your HVAC machine, your air conditioning. So unlike with this, you can just go ahead and generate it, and it builds it for you. So I think it's super exciting, the future technology with this. Is there anything you want to add to that, Robert?
Yeah, even though it's $20 a month, this wasn't a sales pitch for us to sell that to you. This was just to tell you.
We make no money out of ChatGPT.
That's what it costs to have something that you can get as many images as you want.
Yeah.
So if you're building more than one website, it's definitely worth it. Plus, you still have the content generation. Where does the content generate? Same website or all your websites. It's amazing the steps forward. And we, Stephen and I, take it like, what happens when they say AI content's no good? And you know what? You cross that bridge when it comes. When rankings start dropping because of AI content or AI images, then you have to flip the script and go back to, you zig when you zag. It's always something else that's going to come in down that path and do it. Did we want to ask anybody that was on the bootcamp if they wanted to talk about it at all? We had mentioned, I don't know.
If there is anyone who wants to raise their virtual hand, and say anything about it, you're quite welcome to. No, it's the boot camp's gone down really well, and thank you so much to everyone who has put a comment up for us online or done a video for us. We do really appreciate it. When we put these programs together, you're never quite sure whether you're doing the right thing when it comes to the content. And myself and Robert have spent hours putting that content together to go in the right direction with it, and then to get all the lovely feedback we've had is fantastic. My only frustration was that our Client Finder product, the actual plugin, isn't ready for this weekend. That's my only frustration. And these things happen sometimes in business. You're expecting something to be ready where you planned it for months on end, and it's not quite there. And we want it to be right for you guys. So that's why we're delaying that part. And me and Robert had a chat and said, well, look, let's just do a Q&A. And if anybody wants to get in on the Client Finder, you can go to dfymagicthemes.com/DFY Client Finder. And I'll make sure it's under the videos in the chat on all the free groups. But yeah, so all sorts going on. We've got Black Friday coming up. I was going to talk about Black Friday. One thing I always say with Black Friday, guys, is but when there's an offer out there, it doesn't matter whether we're doing it or someone else, make sure you can, it's something you want to use in your business. That's the main thing with this, always make sure that it's something you're going to use personally. If there's a lifetime deal on it and you say, okay, I'm going to get the lifetime deal, then make sure you understand what that deal is. If lifetime on a lot of products on AppSumo, lifetime isn't lifetime. Either the vendor goes out of business and they disappear. That can happen, but it's not their fault. It's just funding. Sometimes they'll go, yeah, no, it was lifetime on that product, but version 2, now there's an upgrade cost. A lot of these vendors now are like even putting in small print, of this plan, and if the plan changes, we'll tell you what the equivalent plan's going to be. That can happen. So, and I always say, don't rush into things because, I mean, it used to be a time when Black Friday, you'd have one offer, and Cyber Monday you'd have another. A lot of companies now are just running the same offer over the weekend. Always do your research. If there's let's just say, there's a product online, digital product you really want, there's a Black Friday deal on it, go and look at their website, see what their past deal was, use Wayback Machine, see if they've had deals in the past, see what they've offered for that. Compare what their normal day offer. There was one company online that I remember one Black Friday that I saw a product that I really wanted. It was actually Amazon. I really wanted this product. And when I did the research on it, I realized it was actually cheaper outside of the sale than in the sale. So I didn't buy it during the sale. I thought, I'm no rush for it. I'll leave it. And three weeks after Black Friday, it was back to its normal price, cheaper than the Black Friday sale. So I just went in and bought it, and that can happen. It all comes down to what they're going to offer you. And there's going to be tons and tons and tons of emails going out to you guys in your inbox, offering you all sorts of stuff, which is why we've decided this year that we're going to start promoting in the week a webinar where we're going to go through some training and show how we do a rank and rent site, and then we're going to lead into an offer. If you're someone that's already on a plan with us, and there's something that you haven't necessarily got, ping us a support ticket, and we can check what we can do for you in a particular deal. So yeah. Anything you want to add before we switch to the inner circle, Robert?
The Black Friday, for one, we're defiers, right? We don't do things by the book. I've said it at least 1,000 times, if not more. The program that's out there is a broken wheel. So I look at it, Black Friday, the same thing. Me wanting to put up a webinar when everybody's trying to enjoy their Thanksgiving weekend holiday on Black Friday, which that's the true Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, or Cyber Monday, right? No. So we're gonna do ours early, because you know what? I want to enjoy my family over the Thanksgiving weekend. So we're gonna do it this Saturday before. It's gonna be the Black Friday DFY Magic Themes webinar, but we're gonna hold it this Saturday before. What is that? I think the 18th.
Something like that, yeah.
So Saturday the 18th. It's convenient. It's nobody's traveling, and that's how we're going to handle it. We're just going to throw the script out around. We're going to be early out the gate, whatever. We're nuts, but that's how we're going to do it.
Yeah. To answer your question, Sarah, the call tomorrow will be at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and with basically it's just a bit of Q&As to do with the previous the day one and day two boot camps. So if you can't make it, don't worry. The room will be open. It's just going to be a general chat. We're going to, we're not going to keep it too long. Probably, half an hour. If it goes on a little bit longer because there's other questions, then we'll keep it open a bit longer. Because I'm just waiting on the Client Finder software that we can release to everybody, and then we'll do a Zoom call for you guys, get you on that Zoom call, and go through it and make sure you've all got access to it. Because where before it said in the information that you'd have access to the software for 12 months. Well, anyone who's bought in on day 3, I'm going to give you lifetime access to it, including any updates. So you've got in at a very good price on it. Only because you guys trusted in us, you bought in. So it's all good. Where in the members area is the boot camp? Can you do a screen share? I don't see anything. Also, will you have the Google Drive link in there as well. The members area, you would have had an email for. What I'll do, I will make sure I set up a pretty link on DFI Magic Themes, Sarah, and I'll send an email out to everyone because you're all on the email list with the correct time of the boot camp tomorrow, and also I will make sure that you get link to where the members area is, all right, because it's in a separate little section. You would have had an email for it. I'll make sure you've got access to that as well, all right. If you haven't received at the end of tonight's live for you, I will hop on and send that email out. If you haven't received it by tomorrow, or let's just say an hour after we finish tonight, open a support ticket, all right. You can go to either support.dfimagicthemes.com or dfimagicthemes.com/support. You can go either way on that, and open a support ticket saying I haven't received the email. All right. Sometimes it goes into a spam folder, and we'll make sure that everyone who's meant to have access will have access to that accordingly. All right. So it's good. Thank you for all of that. And you said about the lifetime membership and also sending out email. Yeah, so basically the software we're having created, Sarah, to help you find clients really easily, is originally it was 12 months access, and because everyone's being patient, anyone who's bought in on day 3, you'll have access to it for life, including updates. And and as you know, with our software, we look after our software, we update it, and we keep it up to date. So, and you're going to love what it's going to do for you, seriously. I've been adding more and more features. Like I said, we've signed off now on it, and I'm waiting for the dev to finish adding the features. Then I'm going to go through and record some training, and away it goes. So yeah. And comments come in through Restream saying, can I have the link again? So it's dfimagicthemes.com/DFY client finder if you want to go and sign up. The front end's already gone up in price, and the two OTOs, they're going up in price very soon as well, because I'll be honest, I forgot to put the price up. So I'll do that tomorrow. But no, we're very excited with the direction everything's going in. On that note, we're going to switch to the inner circle. And
well, let me say one more thing, Stu.
Yeah.
And not to come across as harsh or come across as not caring, but going forward, does it help? You know, there's so many thoughts, right, to trying to help people through kindness, and then there's other things that motivate people in different ways. And I'm thinking lately, because I know how I am with myself, and I know how I am with Stephen, right? If Stephen asked me to get something done, everything else that I prioritized is put to the side until I got done what Stephen asked me to do, being he's my partner. So he's my accountability partner, if you will, on things that we're going to get done. So I started thinking like that for the group of people that are doing this. Would having a schedule and having accountability dates or times or a time frame help you guys? Or is that something that just isn't going to work for you? Because I think that having someone to answer to other than yourself sometimes motivates you more to get things done. You can put a 1 in the chat if you think that would help you, or 2 if it's of no interest whatsoever.
We're getting some ones coming in. Richard's put 1 in the chat. We'll let everyone else catch up a minute and see what they're going to put. Paul says it works, and a 1. Maybe. Barry says maybe. We haven't had a 1.5 tonight, mind. So it's
No,
something.
Again, No, we are never going to tell you how to do your business. But what we can suggest and what we can say is if you want to build a rank and rent empire, right? You can follow what we're going to do. You can be part of what we're going to do, Stephen and I. And if you want to be part of that, then I can put a schedule together with what we think is going to work. Because here's the transparency behind it. You can spend 3, 6, 9 months building your own websites for rank and rent. You can totally do that in any niche that you want. And that's fine. That's perfect. If that's your answer, that's your business, great. But what if the answer is you can have 10 to 20 rank and rent websites up in less than 30 days? And I'm not saying you have to do that, but what if the answer is to have them built and then you're working on them for at the most 60 days, and from there on you're doing client acquisition, you're putting clients in those websites. That's where the money comes in for your rank and rent business. And if that is of interest to you, that's what we're going to do. It's okay. We're not pushing one way or another, but we're saying that sometimes having dates and schedules and a plan will help people, I think, get things done and have that support, have that accountability where you're stuck with, I can't move forward because I really can't get this done. And then we start creating the community of helpers, right? That people get it and people don't, that can answer some of those questions, but make progress. If we're not making progress, getting the builds done, agency sites done, agency sites ranked, we're not in business. We're not moving forward. And that's what I want to see for everybody.
I agree, Robert. Absolutely. So on that note, we're going to switch to the inner circle only, and we'll see all the free groups same time, same place next week. You want to join the inner circle, go to dfymagicthemes.com/live number 4U. And we'll see you in the free group same time, same place next week.
Thank you, everybody. Enjoy your weekend.